Welcome to the exciting and new mini podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
I'm Dana.
I'm Brian.
That music is...
And who are you? Oh, man. I don't know if I can hear Anthony.
I can't hear Anthony over the music. This music is insane. I love it.
So loud. I think I'm deaf.
That's that White Slider.
White Slider's the music?
Did the music sound different? Like I thought I heard more guitars and stuff and everything. It was insane.
Anthony, say something.
Hello.
There
he goes. Anthony from Colorado. How you doing, man?
Hello.
I just want to say, since we're talking music,
Get right up on that mic, dude. Wherever that mic is, get on it.
It's been a long freaking while.
Hey, there you go.
how you been?
Be closer. I'd rather hear you than see you.
Is that better?
That's better. Yes, that is better.
Okay.
Can you hear Gizmo?
We should probably turn that long ways then.
Either way, yeah. All it is his face.
There
Yeah,
it is.
it's not recording, right?
I think I might have a new favorite singer.
Oh, we're doing a mini, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a new favorite singer too.
Think I might
wonder
have a
if
new
it's the
favorite
same
singer.
favorite singer.
I hope it's not M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, because Christ almighty, man. I saw her sing.
Well, Andy stepped on my joke,
I'm
so
so sorry.
if we could, you could talk about what you watch.
Who's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter as a singer now?
Jason, please tell me what you're talking about,
I'm
man.
good.
I'm
Never
sorry,
mind.
man.
I watched Gary, the documentary Gary.
Oh, how was
Yes,
it?
it was very good.
Nice.
Who's that about? Gary who?
Gary Coleman, yes,
Coleman.
but it's very sad because they fucked up his life, and
Yeah.
I believe it was his wife that killed him. They talked to everybody in this,
Really?
yeah, and they talked to his wife.
He didn't
now.
just die from like not natural
fell-
causes,
he
but like
fell, didn't he?
conditions.
He fell downstairs apparently, but they say he may have been pushed,
Really?
and she didn't do anything to help him when he was.
bleeding
When
out.
he was bleeding out, she called 911 and they were telling her, like, is he this? Are you there? And she's like, he's bleeding. I can't get near it. It's going to make me traumatized. I can't, it's too much for me. It's not blah, blah, blah. So she couldn't do that.
Did he hit his head? Is that what he hit? Or
Yeah, he fell down the stairs, but they were saying he doesn't have far to fall because he was shorter too.
True.
So it needed much more of a fall. Like there must have been much more of a push, they said, for this to happen.
Oh, wow.
Because he ended up in the hospital. He lived a few days after the fall. He died like 2 days after the fall, I think, from...
I didn't realize that.
He had some sort of hemorrhage afterwards or whatever from the thing. He said he had a bad headache and he went to sleep and everything, but that was it.
What year? When did he die? Not too long
It
ago,
was like
right?
2012, I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah, he was 42. Well, he was born in 68. He died in 40.
This is
he
my
was
headphone
42.
here? My headphone?
Okay.
So 2010. Yeah, he died
Wow.
in 2010. Yeah.
That's
my
weird because
headphones?
I don't remember his cause of death having fallen. I thought it was something not natural causes, but
yeah.
related to.
Yeah, they talked to Todd Bridges in this.
Yeah. Wow.
They talked to his mom and his dad, who are both still alive. They talk about how the managers who stole money and shit like that. He made $18 million by his 18th birthday.
Wow.
On his 18th birthday, he found out he had nothing.
Oh shit.
The money that he had put away, there was supposed to be a quarter that was supposed to be put away, and it was supposed to be locked. And then his parents asked for some sort of fund, like a $700,000 fund, got pulled out of that and sent to his parents. And his parents were like, "We didn't know it was coming out of his 25%," And they're talking to them. They're just like, they just look like two assholes through the whole documentary.
Wow.
But are they living a nice
that
lifestyle?
the lady that he was married to looks like a total asshole in this documentary. It was just,
That sucks.
yeah, it's a really good documentary. It's on Peacock. The thing that Andy fucked up was my favorite new singer is Lady Raven, is what I wanted to say.
Is that a real name? Oh, is that who's in the movie?
That's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter in the movie Trap, because that movie sucks.
It might be
like
the
you
worst
could not
movie I've seen.
believe.
Like, the movie we're going to do later on today is worse than
Is it streaming
Crap.
somewhere so I could watch it? I do really want to watch
But
it.
it is.
Not.
It is
Not free?
wretched. It is
Okay.
wretched. It
Really?
is a wretched movie.
Wow.
I hate the movie Taken.
Okay.
And the reason I hate Taken is because everything was almost like everything that happened, it was like perfectly set up.
Yeah.
This thing fell into his lap. This thing was here. This was here. This was here. Everything here was, oh, no, you're not going to be able to get through there. Let me flip this up. He steals a walkie-talkie from the cops. Everything that needed to happen happens to him so we can get through to the next set.
That's disappointing.
There are plot contrivances done in this that, like, as it's happening, I'm like, how the fuck is this happening? Like, this makes no sense. And it's 10 minutes into the movie, and then it keeps going and getting stupider and stupider and stupider.
One thing I really loved about this movie, Haley Mills is in it.
Really?
Yes, and it just brought back old Saved by the Bell first season.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Was
So,
she?
Because she was Miss Bliss.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's the
a
mom
teacher.
of the other kid?
No, she's the teacher, Miss Bliss.
Is she
in
the
school.
mom in this movie?
She's the no, she's the cop.
the
special
the
agent.
psychologist cop.
Yeah.
Didn't even recognize her.
wow, she must be pretty old at
She's
this
very
point.
old. I didn't even realize that was her.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I heard, as soon as I heard the voice, I heard Miss Bliss.
That's disappointing because the trailer looked like it had a lot of
The
promise.
trailer looked great.
Yeah.
This
I have to put a
movie
lot
is
of M.
like-
Night Shyamalan things on
yeah,
the
it
movie.
does.
But honestly, this movie is so terrible that whoever approved the script, it's their fault.
Yeah.
Like this movie
Oh
is
yeah,
this movie.
I think
was
they give him
made-
like total
Yeah.
freedom. Like they don't have anybody to say no to him. I think he's like he has like full control of the script.
His
so whatever he
daughter
wants in it.
said, "Daddy, I want to be a singer." He's like, "Huh? Can I write a movie around that?"
so
and he did.
is she trying to be a singer in real life too?
I don't know, but if she,
I don't know.
Oh,
and
I
I don't
didn't
care.
know if-
I don't
she
even
sings
care
about
about
10
her.
songs in this movie.
Yeah, it's a music video for the first 45 minutes.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding.
So I thought that was just an actress pretending to be a
No,
singer,
it's his-
maybe lip
it's
syncing
his
something.
daughter.
Oh.
And she's Taylor Swift. Everybody's going to her
Yeah.
concert. It's a bunch
Everybody's
of 16-year-old
crazy for her,
girls
yep.
and
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett was good in it.
yeah,
I
Josh
mean,
Hartnett was actually good in it, but like the just the setup to get him into that thing. And listen, I'm not spoiling anything.
I'm not either.
2 seconds into that movie, he's like, he's guilty.
Right. You know that from the trailer. Yeah.
Obviously, the trailer spoiled it, but you know it when he's walking into that thing. And he's like looking around at the cops before they even get in there. And he's
right with
and
the
you're
guy
like,
at the merch stand.
But he
right in the
looks
beginning.
like-
that was all in the. It was in
he
the
looks at
trailer.
his-
He talks to the guy in the merch stand, and that's
Yeah, that's where you realize
But
the
he has
trailer,
a
he's
thing on
guilty
his
of.
phone
Oh, yeah,
that
that too,
you're
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, this guy's
He's
obviously
shown the
bad
video
guy.
of somebody has like chained up
but
or something.
like, the
And they said iPhone said there's no way that would work that way, the way he had him set up.
but also like the stupidest. Listen, I don't want to spoil it because I'd rather you watch it yourself
Yeah.
and be like,
yeah,
my
I
God,
want
this
you to
is
watch
horrible.
it.
I'm
too.
gonna- yeah.
But there are things that happen in this thing that are like they're looking for him. And he walks by like 50 cops.
Oh, when he went to get the coffee.
And he just gets a
Yeah.
coffee and he walks by them. I'm like, but they're looking for him. Why are they not arresting him? I was like, oh my God,
They had
fuck you, movie.
Everything they knew about him, they knew he had this mark on his body. They had this and everything, but they didn't know what he looked like. Come on,
But
no.
they knew he was like a 40-year-old white guy, and
they-
it's a bunch of girls, so they're just basically like every white guy,
So they're
every
gonna stop
old
every-
white guy that walks by.
one of every
40.
3,000 men. They're going to stop in the damn stadium.
Yeah, there's only like 15 adults in this whole
Yes.
place, so oh my God, it was terrible. Yeah, I hated that.
And then
movie.
the other mom.
Yeah,
other
that whole
mom.
thing, that whole plot didn't matter either. That whole thing was stupid.
And
Everything about this movie
and
was
how,
terrible.
how C-word she was.
I really thought I saw Knock at the Cabin Door or whatever that movie was called,
I like that
I
one.
thought that one was okay.
and I
Yeah.
thought that was good. And I was like, like M Night's kind of back. Fuck him. Like I'll never watch another movie by him now because now he just wants to promote his daughter and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
He has
Ant.
the right to do that.
Ant, are you okay over there, man? Break in whenever.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
hear us?
Hey,
Break in whenever.
I'm just listening and I'm laughing and I'm cracking.
You're a
It's all
little
good.
you're a little choppy on this end. I'm sorry, man. I think we need to improve the process. It has nothing to do with your camera showing me Return of the Jedi now, but
Should I finish up what I watched for the week?
yeah, go ahead, man.
I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I caught that this week. Fun movie. I caught the new Colin Jost and Michael Che special also on Peacock. It's where they come out and talk for a few minutes and then they bring out some up and coming comics, like 3 different comics. Sarah Sherman comes out. Sal Vulcano comes out.
So it's not them doing like the news from SNL or anything like that.
They
okay.
come out doing stand up for like talking with each other a couple minutes. They have Sal come out. Sarah Sherman comes out. They have the up and comers come out. They do a couple of things, and it's like 58 minutes. It's just something stupid to watch. And then that is it. Gary, I mentioned. Oh, and R.I.P. to Chad McQueen,
Yes, I saw that. I was like, that's 2 people from our
Karate Kid,
Karate Kid.
the cute guy with the short hair. He was in Cobra Kai.
I think when we were
Steve-
talking,
Steve
I think
McQueen's
when we were discussing Karate
Oh,
Kid,
I know his grandson, his son. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I was like, is that Kiefer Sutherland's kid? He looks like Kiefer Sutherland.
yeah,
And it's not. It's Steve McQueen's
yeah.
kid.
And
But-
his Steve McQueen's grandson, his son, is an actor too. He's in a lot of stuff. He was in
Yes,
Vampire
yes.
Diaries.
That
and-
might be this guy's kid.
I think it is his
The
kid.
one
yeah.
died. But he was
Yeah.
like
That was it,
62 or
Chad
something like
McQueen.
that.
Oh,
I remember.
Oh,
Did they
that's
say
a shame.
Did they say why he died?
I didn't
Or
see
how he
why he
died?
died. I think he was like 64 or 65, something like that. But he passed.
And
yeah.
someone else died.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
We should have did his voice or something as it came on, right?
You are listening to the exciting and new podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad.
And that would have been our AI version.
Yeah.
I mean, he was AI in the Obi-Wan TV show. It was his voice, but it was AI. He basically signed his
And also the
voice
voice
rights.
CNN.
That's what I was going for with the.
And
This
he was Mufasa.
He was.
And he was also, he said, your ball is in my yard.
Yes. Sandlot.
What was he was he a spokesperson for AT&T or something, or what was it that he was really a spokesperson for, really big in the
I think it
90s?
CNN.
It might have been AT&T because
It was AT&T or something.
Malcolm McDowell did a commercial for.
There were a
AT&T.
lot of he did a bunch of them
Yeah.
commercials for. I
think
don't
he did a
know.
Burger King commercial.
Yeah.
MCI, maybe?
Or maybe it
Might
was
have been
MCI. It was
something
some
like
kind
that,
of phone commercial.
This
Yeah.
is
Bell Atlantic.
MCI.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What's that, dude? Sorry.
He would Field of Dreams as well.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
yes. I saw Weezer last night at the Wachovia Center. Is that what it's called anymore?
Wells Fargo?
Wells Fargo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like 50 names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
The family went down
Maybe
there.
the tweet- no, what was it?
Spectrum.
The First Union
Core
Center?
Yeah.
State Center.
The new
Though they put on a great show. 28 songs in like an hour and a half. It was like a punk concert because
That's
it
fun.
was in and out and done.
Yeah.
Anybody play with them?
Well, Flaming Lips and Dinosaur Jr.
You made the
opened
same
up.
face I did.
Dinosaur Jr.
I'm a
like.
big
I don't know
Dinosaur
Dinosaur
Jr.
Jr.
fan. We saw them in Asbury Park a couple of years ago. And I think you and Maury went to that, right? Dinosaur Jr. with Jane's Addiction.
Absolutely, we were there. Yep.
And
I brought up how Dinosaur Jr. I saw them. It was either at City Gardens or at the Stone Pony a long time ago, and they are one of the loudest bands I have ever seen.
Oh yeah.
in concert. Yes, they're extremely loud.
Anthony, what's going on over there in Colorado, dude? You are like epileptic. Everything's flopping around.
If you're showing that stuff to us, we're not looking.
Because I'm trying to talk right into my microphone because you guys can't hear me otherwise.
Oh.
I think it's better for him to just talk and not see him.
pick the phone up then.
Yeah.
The phone is up.
That's so
That-
much better
whatever
right
you
there.
just did was
that is
good.
better right there.
Did you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
perfectly. Keep it like that.
All right.
Keep it like that. And yeah, Weezer was great. They did the Blue album in its entirety. That's My Name Is Jonas and Beverly
Sweater Song.
Hills and
Hashpipe.
Say It Ain't So. And Hashpipe's not on that album, but they didn't open with Hashpipe, but they like 2 songs in with Hashpipe. Yes, yeah. It was a great show. They might have had the best, like not pyrotech, like just visual concert I've ever been to, because it opens up with like a space shuttle like nose cone on the stage, and that lifts off and they're under it, but that's the drum set, and then they go to but they're trying to get to the Blue Planet. That's what their whole mission of this concert was, and they're just traveling through space the whole time for 28 songs. They're just like, that background never repeated itself. It was just going from planet to planet to, it was very cool. And Daniel even said after the show, he's like, well, that's because they don't move around stage at all, so they have to have some really like kick-ass visuals behind them, because they're just
That's right,
standing there playing. They're just standing there playing the songs.
yeah.
Like, if that song's 2 minutes and 37 seconds on the album, it's 2 minutes and 37 seconds live. They're not wasting a second live. But yeah, they were great. We had a good time. Philadelphia is a weird city. That's all I'm going to say. It's weird. And then the only other thing I've done this week, Michelle and I finally decided we're going to watch Handmaid's Tale again. So not again, but like we left off. Season 5 is years old now, but we're like, all right, we're going to finish it now. And we watched the first like 5 episodes of Handmaid's Tale. And
Oh yeah, I'm caught up on Murders in the Building.
yeah, I'm caught up on that too.
I'm behind one, but yeah.
I don't know why I watch Handmaid's Tale, because my God,
I can't.
man,
I
fuck
just
that
got so
whole
tired
thing.
of it.
Started, I hear it's like too.
It's depressing. Everything's depressing.
Well, it is depressing, but the first 3 seasons were great.
Yeah.
It then just became, oh, not this shit again.
Well, now it's a revenge tale. Now it's she's
yeah,
out for
and it's like
revenge.
every time, like, you could get away, just step right there and you're like free. She's like, oh, I can't. I got to go back and save everybody else.
Is that
just
Canada
set
right
yourself
there?
free.
Is that Canada right
Yeah,
there?
like, come on.
Is that Trap? Sounds
Yeah.
Trap's not that good.
Speaking of concerts, I saw a clip on TikTok. I guess Jane's Addiction played last night.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah. I feel bad. Perry Farrell's like really.
drunk.
He's just that was embarrassing. I felt really bad for
They
Dave
said
Navarro.
He's on worse than
Yeah.
alcohol. They said, but I watched the Lollapalooza documentary, and he had a bottle of wine with him the whole time.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Now we've
You
all
could
seen
see,
the clip,
like,
but I
yeah.
want to know what triggered him. He just walks over to David Navarro and starts screaming in his face.
I was reading
and-
some of the comments, and people were like, "I was at a show 2 weeks ago, and he was clearly really messed up.
He keeps talking.
He said Dave was just, and the band members kept looking at each other like Jesus Christ the entire time.
I read,
and
yeah.
then I guess tonight, or last night, it all just came to a head or whatever. But you could tell, like Dave Navarro just kind of sat there and was like trying to get him to back off, but
totally.
let him hit him.
Yeah, he didn't
No,
wanna fight him, yeah.
I felt bad for him.
Anthony, aren't you supposed to see them soon?
Yeah, October 2nd here in Denver.
Yeah.
To see him.
Man, it's my birthday.
You're not,
An infinite amount of money for club seats to see him.
yeah, I hope you have insurance on those tickets because
We learned after Bauhaus canceled.
stay right there. Wherever you are, right there. Stay right there.
Yeah.
You get away from the mic to the mic.
But I heard that
Away
he
from
was
the mic.
singing the chorus during the verse during the chorus during
Yeah.
recent concerts.
So he was actually
and stuff
messing
like
up.
that.
He was messing up.
Yeah,
huh?
they're saying that he was slurring a lot,
Yeah.
and he's been a lot very vocal, where he's just talking to the crowd rather than doing the song. And that's so they would just start playing the songs over him talking. They said, so,
Yeah.
sad.
He did that at the Porno Papyrus show we saw a couple months ago.
Oh, you saw porn from
the first, yeah, the first 15 minutes of the show, you couldn't understand the damn thing he was saying, and all of a sudden, he goes off stage, he comes back, and he was fine. I don't know whether they shot him with something. He did a
Yeah,
line
like
of coke or whatever.
I'm just laughing because I see your fan going. That's all I see, man.
Yeah. They must have shot him up with something.
We might not do FaceTime for the actual podcast since you sound terrible and all I see is your fan. I mean, it's a beautiful fan.
Thank you.
We're not a visual podcast.
You're not.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw a couple things. I watched a new limited series on Netflix, The Perfect Couple. Nicole Kidman is in it, and Liev Schreiber. Schreiber, you know who that is? I think he was Ray Donovan. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I don't know that you guys.
Sabretooth?
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle watched that show.
Yeah, I liked it. There was another woman who starred in it that I actually had seen in another show. It's an Irish show, and she is Irish. And then when I was looking it up, I found out she's Bono's daughter. All right, but she's
Where's the wonk 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 button?
She's
Is that it?
she is a good actress. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, she looks nothing like him though. I would have never guessed. And then we watched the
She's a
original.
Nepo baby.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think
definitely.
of the terms.
Like what is
Good for you. You beat me to it.
We watched the original Beetlejuice, and then we saw the new Beetlejuice in the theater.
okay.
What do you think? Of both Beetlejuices.
Well, the first one, obviously, I've seen a million times. I loved it. The second one, it was really great at the end. Like the last half hour was really good.
Okay.
That's not making
It was
the
only a
beginning
half-hour
sound
movie?
good, right?
It should have been. I mean, honestly, you guys are talking about how there are too many plots and Trap. There were, or whatever it was. There were so many different plots going on. There was one character. I don't know why she was in it. She could have been completely eliminated, and it would have been just fine.
It wasn't the Jenna Ortega character.
No,
was
it was Monica Bellucci, something like that. I forget how to say her name, but whatever. And at the beginning, I was like, ugh, this is like, what's happening? Like, let's pick it up. Let's move it on.
Take a while for Michael
Yeah.
Keaton to show up.
But there were a lot of things. No, he was in there pretty early, but there were a lot of like definitely throwbacks. If you were really paying attention, you could spot some things if you knew the original very well that you could be like, oh my God, that's
So they tried
that
to do
and
a bunch
that's
of
this.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, some little things here and there. And then the end really picked up and the end was really good. But the first like 45 minutes, I looked at her, I'm like, this is so boring.
I'd like to correct you when you said there were too many plots in Trap. There were no plots.
I
in
meant
Trap.
you
That
said
was
you
the
mentioned
problem.
something.
That was the problem.
I don't know what it was.
Too many things fell right into their lap.
Oh, okay, I couldn't remember what you said, but yeah,
I'm just
there were
kidding around.
so many
If this
like,
door was locked,
There's no plot.
If this
Yeah.
door was locked, all you had to do was turn this way, and this door.
and there was the
open.
key. Yeah.
Was so I know Catherine O'Hara's in it.
Yes,
Jeffrey
she was
Jones-
great. She
Jeffrey
was
Jones
phenomenal.
obviously can't be in it because he.
Justin Theroux,
Oh, I love Justin.
he was in it.
Is he good in it? I love.
He
him.
was funny.
It's everybody except Alec Baldwin and
Gina Davis and Al Baldwin were in it.
Gina
and
Davis not in it.
No,
either, huh? Okay.
they explained why they weren't there, and then what's his name?
because Alec Baldwin
Otto.
shot somebody on the set of Rust. Is that why he
Otto's
wasn't
son.
there?
Ortho. He wasn't in it, and the husband Charlie. I forget the actor's real name from
mean-
Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Jones.
he's
He
been-
wasn't
he's-
obviously in there.
You really said
He likes
Howard
little
the Duck?
boys.
That's what you got. That's where you get
Yes.
Jeffrey Jones from.
Yes.
Not the principal from Ferris Bueller.
No,
or
I
anything
said
like that?
Howard the Duck. It's the first thing that came to my head was Howard the Duck. You guys knew who I was talking about, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why I thought I was curious if that was the first thing that came to your mind. For
And then my new favorite singer that I've been listening to.
Oh, yours is not M. Night's daughter?
Is that Lady
No,
Raven?
You actually have a
no,
real
I
favorite
do. It is Chapel Roan. Do you know who Chapel Roan is?
Yeah, she's that asshole. That
She
you
is
see all
not
over
an
TV.
asshole. She is so
is.
nice. No, she's not. I absolutely love her. You might think she's an asshole. Why?
No, I'm saying she's an asshole towards her fans and towards
No, she's
everybody
not.
else.
She's super nice to her fans.
Well,
She's an asshole
Brian
to
and I have
her.
the same
Not
look on her.
what
I
Stalker
don't know
fans.
I don't know who you're talking
She's
about.
like a Lady Gaga. Like when Lady Gaga first came out, she's a lot like
She's
her.
Some girl that got lucky with one song and now she thinks she's the shit.
Say, relax. You're comparing her to Lady
I
Gaga,
think-
okay?
First of all, I'm a huge Lady Gaga fan, probably bigger than all of you.
Probably.
Exactly, and
But you
she
can't just, like, be
is.
throwing that name out
Oh
there.
no, she is. She's a lot like her when Lady Gaga first came out. She has a song that I would not be surprised if Lady Gaga wrote for her because it is
Yeah,
so
'cause
Lady Gaga
Gaga's
coded.
much better than
Anthony,
Chapel.
do you know who Nurse Chapel is or whoever the fuck she's talking about here?
Nurse Chapel is. I don't know who the hell she's talking about.
Yeah,
I know you know who
she's
Nurse
actually
Chapel is.
she's pretty amazing.
What's her name?
Chapel Roan.
Chapel Roan.
Yeah, she's really good. She's probably going to be very, very big. She already is really big.
Really?
She's making it really big
I've
right now.
never heard of this person in my life.
Yeah, they.
Brian,
she's
you look like you want to say something.
Yeah, then she showed up at a festival and like 100,000
Yeah,
people
that was in
showed
Chicago.
up just for her.
yeah.
Were they all 16-year-old girls?
Yep.
God damn it, man!
No.
Like I need to like tap into that market because 16-year-old
I don't
girls are the
think so.
most gullible motherfuckers on this
I
planet.
don't think they're 16-year-old at all. You know, she has a huge fan base. I'm 46 years old. I know a lot of people who are adults
you're
at her show that like
special.
her. No, I don't think so. I think she's got a wide fan base. She's queer, so she's a big queer community community following and
I
stuff
can
like
fake
that.
that
Wait,
too. I'm
Chapel
good with that.
Roan or Taylor Swift? Who's better?
Oh, Taylor Swift's my favorite.
I don't know. I like Chapel better. I think.
Oh my
You don't even know one Chapel Roan song.
I
You don't know a single song.
I don't want to know.
I like Hot
Okay.
to Go.
There you go.
Thank
Brian
you.
knows songs.
He
Pink
does.
Pony Club.
And Pink Pony Club. He knows 2 songs.
Wow. You did say that Dana was the perfect replacement for Brian.
Yeah. Brian has culture over here. He knows what he's talking about.
Yuck, Arama. Why do you know this? Are your daughters into this?
The only thing I can say
No,
is
not
when you guys
really.
talk like this, you sound like such grumpy old men. You really do.
I'd like to point out I am a grumpy
I
old
know.
man.
I know.
I'm just saying I saw Chapel Roan be an asshole on.
No,
this-
you didn't.
Can I tell you where I saw?
I
it?
know we saw where she told the guy to shut the fuck up
Yeah.
because he was screaming at her.
He wasn't talking to her.
Yes, doesn't matter. He was talking and
go.
he said,
So-
"Shut the fuck up." She said, "You
But see,
shut
now
the
this
fuck
is
up."
why you can't talk to her because she's
No,
just
no,
gonna-
no.
This is-
Because
how
Jason
how
has
rough is she being
preconceived notions, and when he doesn't really actually know anything about something, and he sets it out as fact, he'll be like, "This is a fact," when
Girl-
really it's not. He knows
Did the girl
nothing.
not yell "fuck you" to this guy?
Because he said, "Fuck you." He said, "Shut the fuck up" to them.
Not to her.
Doesn't matter.
Who was the guy?
Some
Exactly.
paparazzi who was
Exactly.
like,
Oh, it's like a
who was like
photographer?
screaming the whole time.
That guy doesn't, we don't
There
want
you
to
go.
defend him.
I know.
Thanks, Jason.
Last night, as we were going to the concert and we couldn't turn, we were on Broad Street in Philadelphia. And if you know Philadelphia, it's like the main drag, and we're trying to turn into the Wachovia Center, Wells Fargo Center, whatever the fuck it's called. And they blocked off every road that turns left. And I kept driving, and I'm like, I got to turn left. I have to turn left. And everything's blocked. Everything's blocked. And I'm looking across the street and everybody's turning right into the, I'm like, I have to be over there and turning right. And they just kept blocking me and blocking me. And I ended up back on 95 going towards the airport. And I am
Livid.
losing my mind. I am like, these motherfuckers. And Michelle's like, you got to calm down. And I was like, don't fucking tell me to calm down. I was like on the edge of, I'm like,
And they say women are so emotional.
Daniel is like grabbing my
God
shoulders
damn.
behind me. I'm just like, don't tell me to calm down. Everybody here is fucking against me.
Oh my God.
And long story short, we parked like 6 minutes later and we're in the concert. And I was like,
Let's talk about why
I'm
men are
sorry.
so emotional. Why are you so emotional?
I was not emotional. She told me to calm down.
Anger is
Do
an
not
emotion.
fucking
That's-
tell me to
that's
calm
anger.
down.
But
Anger's
that's
an
the same
emotion.
way a woman acts when the guy tells her to calm down.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me to calm down. When
Exactly.
when I am like angry for a valid reason, the valid reason was fuck Philadelphia. I had a
But
valid
then you
reason.
took it all out on your family. They were
I know.
Nice family concert.
Poor
Michelle,
night out
Michelle
at the
is
Your
so
poor
lucky.
children.
Michelle is so lucky she had adult male children in the car with her. Because she asked me.
Danny massaging his shoulders to calm him
Because she
down.
told me to calm down. I was like, what?
And Danny's
What did
actually
you
trying
say?
to calm him down with the real massage, calming you down for real. Michelle's probably like,
No, Michelle was not nervous. She would have punched me in the back of the head. Probably. She would have taken all the kids out just to kill me at that point.
Oh my
she
god!
should have been like, Daniel, Logan, get out of the car.
Why were all the exits closed though? Was it construction or were they like just closed?
You were on 95.
We were on Broad Street
were on
going
Broad.
towards 95. So I couldn't, I was trying to turn left. So the Phillies were playing yesterday too.
Oh.
And it was just, there's like
There's so much
80,
traffic,
90,000
yeah, so
people
yell
trying
at
to get
your
into
wife.
those two stadiums. So
That's why I
and
always go
We
super
got on
early.
95.
Even
and
when I know there's not a game, I want to be
we,
there.
Yeah.
we were going super early. We were going to go hang out at the Xfinity Center and watch
Oh.
the Phillies game for like 2 hours before we went to the concert. And then we had to deal with this shit. And I just did a U-turn.
But the Phillies game was shitty. last
Yeah,
night
we're
anyways.
lucky we didn't do that. Logan couldn't get an Xfinity because that's 21 or older. So
It was,
we
it
just
was like
ended up going back.
9-0 after the
Yeah.
first or second.
We
inning. It
ended,
was
we ended up going
ridiculous.
back to the arena and just like drinking at a bar there. But I just did a U-turn very illegally in the middle of the road and got right.
We've
into
done that
traffic.
many a time,
Got right
yeah.
into traffic.
It
and,
gets you right
and
where
then,
you need to
and then
be
even better. So we get to we're in Wells Fargo. We're at the ticket booth and there's like 6 or 8 ticket booths and everybody's like scanning their card, going through $35 for parking because why not? And
Oh my
the guy
God.
in front of me is not moving, and all these cars are going and going. And I'm like,
And you can't get out of
and
line.
I'm like, what? Why are we not moving? And I look back at the rear mirror. There's like 7 cars behind me. I can't get out of where I am. And so there are 2 girls like doing the ticket thing or the scanning the car thing. And I call one of them like, what is going on? And she's like, this guy's an asshole. He's yelling at me because he prepaid and he can't find his prepaid thing. I'm like, I'll fucking pay for him. I'm like, I will pay for him. Get him the fuck out of my way. And she's like, you don't want to pay for this guy. He's an asshole. He's been screaming at us for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I just want to park though. I just want to get in and get like out of my car.
and you were stuck in that line.
And I was stuck.
Yeah.
So that guy ended up having to repay for his parking. And
well, he should have had his shit
know.
ready.
Yeah.
but like
If you're going
those
to prepay, make sure you
I
save
know.
that shit. You
Those
And he's
girls-
yelling at the poor people because, again, men are very emotional.
because those girls were so lucky that guy got to him first. Because then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, what an asshole that guy is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like a second away from being like, I'm getting out of the fucking car and I'm killing both of you. Anthony, what's up, dude? I'm so sorry, man. No, it's the fan again. That's fine. What have you been up to?
Living in Colorado and working and drinking too much, and I've been watching a lot of
I was gonna say you said you watched stuff in preparation for today.
So just to preface all that, I don't know if you're aware, but From is coming back next week.
Very excited for that.
Awesome.
Love From.
Mari still curses your name every time we watch that show.
Why?
He's like, Andy, every time. Every time.
But
'Cause
why,
it's scary.
why my name? What did I do?
Because you're the one that turned us on, and it puts her out so much. It's like, fuck Andy. Good Lord.
I like that. I'm glad that happened.
Shrinking is coming back in October. Very excited for that.
What? Say it again.
Shrinking.
Oh, that's coming back?
Oh, was it the
Sudeikis,
second
or not
season?
Sudeikis, Jason Segel and Harrison Ford.
Yeah. That was a good first season. I enjoyed that.
Very first good. Yeah, very good. Caught up on Only Murders. We binged Only Murders over like a week. First couple seasons. Loving that. I'm watching something that I wouldn't normally watch. Bad Monkey. Have you guys heard of the show?
I've
I heard of
seen
it,
it. Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Is that Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, Vince Vaughn. It's a cop drama, but it's kind of not a cop
Andy's
drama.
out.
I'm so out on
He
cops.
doesn't do police procedurals.
Because I said I knew Andy would be out. But it's Vince Vaughn being Vince Vaughn, but it's fun. It's a good show. I enjoy it.
I like Vince Vaughn.
And the other one I know I'm gonna get super groans from Andy right now, but Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, the second season. I'm watching that. It's much better than the first season.
I keep hearing
Oh,
that.
wow.
I keep hearing it's better, so I might.
I
have
did
to
watch season
that.
one. Did you watch season one, Andy?
I did. I hated it.
All right. Yeah.
That usually doesn't happen. That the second season's better than the first
Yeah.
season for something that big.
All right. Maybe we'll give it a try.
how far into it are you?
I am. Well, I'm all caught up. I'm into like with the fifth or sixth episode.
Oh, is that far through already? Jesus Christ!
I only watched the first episode of the first season. I didn't even go after that. I was like, I was bored, and
I made it to the third.
yeah.
I realize the problem with Anthony is whenever we talk,
Cuts him out.
he gets like just jacked. So go on, Anthony. I'm shutting up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's it. But no, Rings of Power is. I'm enjoying. I understand what you said about the first season. I equate Tolkien to Star Trek. If you show me a piece of shit and tell me it's Tolkien, I'm gonna love it no matter what.
Nah, dude, that's a bad opinion, man. I mean, there's nothing more near and dear to my heart than Star Wars, but like the last 10 years of Star Wars have been a fucking abortion, man. And like, it makes me angry. You can't just love something because you like the old shit, man.
Does that mean you can't see it in Texas then?
It's illegal.
That's a conversation for another day. We'll shit on all our favorite franchises later. Brian, what's up, dude?
You probably don't want to hear what.
Oh yeah, we want to hear.
I do.
Just the fact that you're sitting here in front
And
of a
I won't give
microphone.
you a hard time about it, Brian.
We're currently watching Romance in the House and Love Something.
You're watching
Love
that
some-
together?
Netflix, yeah, with Christine.
Are these Korean?
Yeah,
Okay. You're still on the Korean thing, huh?
yeah.
He's laughing.
But I do want to say I made Connor watch Sleepaway Camp
Oh.
and The Jerk.
Nice.
What were his thoughts on both?
Loved them both.
Awesome. Yeah, Sleepaway Camp's great.
Sleepaway Camp is a lot of fun.
It is. It's horrible, but it's great.
Yep.
Yeah, it's horrible in a different way than the movie we're about to watch is horrible.
Yes.
Yeah. I have one more thing I wanted to tell you guys because I
Please.
think you'll understand this as soon as I say it. I'm reading a book right now. It's called.
I don't understand what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's called
A book?
All of us. I think it's called something like "All of Us Are Good People" or "We Are All Good People" or something. But anyway,
Is it a self-help book or something?
there's a flashback. There's a murder. It's a murder mystery. There's a flashback to when the people involved in this murder mystery are in high school. So they're seniors in high school in 1987.
Okay.
So at one point they're telling a story, and the guy
I don't
goes.
get that.
The guy goes, yeah, one of my teachers back in sophomore year, so 2 years earlier, because they're seniors at this point, which will put it at 1985. He says, one of my teachers gave me trouble. She thought I was a devil worshiper because I was wearing a Nirvana t-shirt. I don't think you were.
85?
You absolutely were not. And I was like, you know what? I hit pause. I said, I don't know if I can listen to this book anymore. Did you fact check this book? Did anybody edit this book? 1980, even if they were saying it was 1987 still, and his senior year, no, you weren't wearing a Nirvana
1985,
shirt.
you could have been wearing a Melvin's t-shirt.
Yeah, any other shirt, anybody. You could have said Metallica. You could have said anything. But no one associates Nirvana with devil worship.
Not
Not at all.
And
no.
not in 1991 they
Ozzy
didn't.
and Judas Priest would have
Yeah.
been the perfect shirts to wear for that because there was the
Yeah.
Judas Priest. What was that? Those kids that were killers. They thought those.
Beyond the Realms of Death or whatever it was,
Yeah.
whatever
yeah,
song
yeah.
they killed themselves to. Yeah,
I was just like, you know what? I don't know if I want to read this book anymore. I'm so
Suicide
disappointed
Solution,
in
right?
that. But anyway, so it's to be determined if I'm going to actually finish this book or not because that
How
kind
far
of
in
like,
were you?
research.
How far in were you?
well, I'm listening to it, so I was probably like 1.5 hours into a 10-hour book.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That does sound
Right?
shitty.
Doesn't
really
that's like,
shitty.
well, what else is this? Is this rest of this book going to be crap?
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, that's clear. And now I did look to see when she was born, and I
can't
think
just say
she was
something's
born in
in the
like
80s. You just say
1991. She was
Ah,
born, so she should have
wild.
known a little better. But whatever. So I was just really disappointed in this book.
Anything else, Brian?
No,
Nothing American.
no.
Have you seen an American movie in like the last since you were on for Johnny Dangerously?
What's the last mainstream?
Sleepaway Camp and
How about
Anything mainstream?
like, how about new movie? Like new movies, newer movies.
wow, nothing that pops right into my head. It's mostly Netflix, Hulu,
Yeah.
Cocoa.
Excuse me, what?
What the hell's Kokowa?
Isn't that where the Beach Boys go? Isn't that down in Kokomo?
Cocoa is a Korean streaming service.
You know where?
Oh,
you know,
all right.
You know where we can go?
Wait, hang on. He's got a wedding next Friday, a week from
Yes.
yesterday, for his daughter.
Yeah.
Is that what's like the whole buzz in your house has to be?
Yeah.
Is there a lot going on
surrounding
for that?
Oh yeah, it's just mayhem.
Yeah. I
Christine
bet.
is losing her mind.
Oh.
Yeah,
It all
you
comes
just-
together. We were like that with Ashley. It all comes together in the end.
Just run out of
It's just
time,
this
right?
is like
Yeah.
the oh my god, the last week before a wedding is just mayhem. Like there's so much shit to do and going on, and
It's just
Yeah.
a party. Like, why do people have to get so worked up about this?
yeah, you know what it is. A lot of it too. Like vendors cause a lot of stress.
Well, okay.
They really do because they don't
answer.
answer you. Or they give you like a half an answer,
Am
like,
I
but that's
gonna
not
have
even
my
what I asked
flowers
you.
on
And they
time
and they write back purple, and you're like, it's a
I-
yes or no
I didn't ask
question.
the question, purple.
Purple, what? So a lot of that kind of crap goes on. It's really frustrating.
I guess check us out over there on Spreaker. Download, rate, subscribe, review, do all those fun things. It's the exciting and new podcast on all of our socials. The Jazoo on Instagram, Jazoo74 over there on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I am Jason.
Man, I'm having a tough time over here. A Gonzo 1970 on Instagram and A Gonzo 1 on Twitter. I'm Andy.
Oh,
Nice.
Dana Caps. I'm looking at Jason like, are you going to talk? Dana Caps on TikTok, Dana Caps 77 on Instagram. I am Dana.
Brian, PBK.
Papa Bad Kitty. Anthony? Yeah. Got you, dude. Awesome.